Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to thank my sponsor Bella Boutique. Zoe is a mum of 3 and she handcrafts the most beautiful hair accessories. These bows and headbands can be made to any theme or any colour, any outfit for any occasion. Look down below for the links and they will take you to her Facebook page or website, and there you can see the full range. International shipping is available. Thanks again Zoe from Bella Boutique, we thought that they were absolutely stunning. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and boy has it been a long time since I've made a proper video. I know that I've sat down and made like a video about, you know, what's been going on and all that stuff, but I think this is the first time in a long time that I've made a proper sit down video where I've talked to you guys about something. So today I am doing a video on my memory box. I say I'll have links below or in a card or something like that about the other kids' memory boxes, but if I forgot, go into my channel and look them up. So I did a memory box video for all 3 kids, and their memory boxes are fairly small because they've only been on this earth for, you know, a few years. So my memory box is full, jam-packed full of stuff over the past, well, I guess 31 years, because I'm 31 years old and some of the stuff is from my childhood. What's actually in here, like all the way down the bottom here, I'm not actually sure, because this box, I just pile stuff as I find memory stuff, I just pile it on top. And yeah, so I'm not quite sure what's down the very bottom, so this will be exciting for me to see as well. So I did put on my Facebook page, I said, did you guys want to see my memory box, or did you want to see my 90s collection, because I have a box full of 90s stuff from my childhood as well. And my memory box won, was it 30% I think, so 70% of you voted for this, but I think I will eventually do my 90s box anyway. Alright, so I'm just going to get into this. If this video ends up being really long, I apologise. I don't know if I'll split it in 2 parts or what, I don't know, but we'll just see how we go. We're just going to wing this. So this one here, this box I actually had bought to store some wedding items in. So my wedding was 10 years ago now. So what is in here? Oh, lots of paperwork. Lots and lots of paper stuff. And it looks like it's all my letters, etc. Let's just pick one up here. A flower. Yes, I am aware I'm not able to draw. So obviously just lots of little letters. Okay, we're not going to go through this one right now. I'll go through it off camera and see if there's anything interesting I actually want to share with you guys. So let's go to the next thing. So this says happy 18th birthday Marty. So obviously I must have made this for Marty years ago. Oh, there's stuff in here. Oh golly. Oh, hey babe, a very big happy 18th birthday to you. Now you can gamble, drink, get married without permission, etc, etc. I know you're not really into the whole lovey-dovey stuff, but I found it really difficult to get you a present, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to go through all of that, but look, this is just full of letters that I had sent him when we were dating, when we were teenagers. Okay, this here, this is all just paper stuff. Oh, these are all the pictures and letters that people sent me and put on my hospital wall when I was really sick with ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, which is a side effect that a small percentage of people can get when they do IVF. I was really sick and I was in hospital for 8 days, and so while I was in hospital I remember my friends came around, including Martin, and stuck all these beautiful drawings and words, really lovely words, on my hospital walls. My battery's blinking already? I thought that was a new battery. Oh, damn it. A calendar, 2010. Wow, so this is almost 10 years old. Just, lots of memories of just back in the day. Good old Max. That's when Max was young. Max is not young like that anymore. Max is getting very old. I don't think he's going to be around much longer, unfortunately. Okay, so the battery died. And Micah came in crying. So now he's on the bed, curled up in a blanket, staring at me. You right, baby? Okay, Harry Potter now. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now this is a sticker book, and I always remember getting this because my brother was in hospital with leukemia. So he had cancer. when he was young, and this was given to us at the hospital, me and my sister, just to give us something to do while we sat around for hours because our brother was very ill. So this, I'll always remember doing this book and just pottering around. Shot Nicole. Pottering around, just doing bits and pieces, trying to fill in the time, because we spent a lot of time at the hospital with our brother while he was very sick. So that's obviously why I kept that. This is a very old item, and it is my kindergarten book. Yeah, so it says, Nicole, please draw a picture of yourself. And here's the picture let's get up close here. Here's the picture I drew of myself. My arms are probably that big these days. And it says, what a neat picture, Nicole. You look very happy. Nicole, please keep your book over the holidays and draw a Christmas picture and a holiday picture. So I drew a picture of, oh, let's go this way back. There we go. I drew a picture of a Christmas tree, as you can see there. I'm pretty sure from memory, there it is. Oh look, it's a drawing of my huge family. How cute is that? Oh, funny. Look, some of the men even have little moustaches. Cute. This was my very first drawing from my very first day of school. You can see that. That was dated 27th of April 1993. So I turned 5 on the 2nd of May. It's very interesting. I've kept all my kids' kindy and school stuff as well. Next one looks like here we've just got a few sketchbooks. Oh dear, you right, baby? I used to do a lot of drawing as a child, and I loved to draw fairies and princesses and flowers. So this was in 2001, this drawing. I don't know if I might have to, hopefully you can see. 10 years ago. Fairy. Hopefully you can see these. Another art folder. Again, what year are these? Year 2000, so nearly 20 years ago. Is that sickening to think that like when I think of the year 2000, that is 20 years ago. At the end of this year, that was 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, I drew all these random drawings. As you can see, I really loved fairies. So how old was I 20 years ago? I was 11. So I drew all these when I was 11. Old school kind of dresses and fairies. That's obviously what my daughter takes after. Oh, I loved Sailor Moon as a kid too. Okay, now we're getting into some of the exciting stuff in here. Let's see what's in here. Okay, we have this little pink bit of paper here. It says, daughter of Marie, head circumference 30 centimeters, APGAR 9.10. Junior 6-month report. So this is 6 months after I started school. It's a report. Instructional reading is level 4. Knows 21 basic sight words. Right, you are so special, babe. I'm pretty sure I wrote this for Martin. Look, made him cute little things. Happy birthday to you. To my sweetest Nicole. 19 years, eh? Man, getting old. Lucky you found me. but really happy birthday. Love you so much. You're Marty, always and a forever. Look at that. Back when I was 19. Oh, back when life was fun and I didn't have a mortgage. Right, this would have said congrats, and I remember this letter, this card, because it was from one of my subscribers early on when I was on YouTube. She was just so loving and giving, so I'll always remember this card that she sent me. She sent me some digital OPKs, because back in those days you couldn't get them here in New Zealand. Back in those days, oh my gosh. So we're talking like 10 years ago now. Yeah, it would have been 10 years ago, not long after I got married, those first couple of years of trying to have a baby. Yeah, so that's that letter that she wrote to me and gave me some digital OPKs that she had. Another birthday card from Martin. Oh, a wedding photo. Martin and I, when we got married, we were 19 years old when we got married. Okay, we have a happy, oh golly, this one's falling apart. This is a happy 21st card from Martin. This is going to be a long video, I'm sorry. It's all about me. I remember getting this book when I was 16, I'm pretty sure it was. And it was from my friend at the time, Gina Rose. 2nd of the 5th, 2003 is when I gifted this book. And it's like a book where you write about yourself at the time. Oh my goodness. Half of these people probably aren't even in my life anymore. Okay, so this is a tea towel, and this was drawn, so what you did was they had like fundraisers where the school sold tea towels, but each student from that school drew like a picture of their face, and it was on the tea towel, and then your parents would buy the tea towel as like memorabilia. Oh my gosh. So this tea towel says it was from, the year 2000, so 20 years ago. That's scary to say, 20 years. I keep thinking in my head 20, that's not right, it's 10 years. No, it's 20 years. And the very first person on the tea towel is me. Look at that, that was my picture. And back then my last name was different again. My school was a small country school, so there was only about 100 pupils. That's why we could fit them all on a tea towel. It says, a journey always and forever. It's just like a decorative plate. I remember making it, I went and just did like a plate painting class with some friends. And it's kind of like the circle of mine and Martin's relationship. So it started with the sixth form ball, engaged, then we got married, and look, it says the future. And how funny is this? I drew 3 kids in a house with a picket fence. This here is a school shirt. So the high school I went to, at the end of the year, at the end of, oh, we're up close. Here we go. That's better. At the end of your school year, like as in leaving high school forever and going off to university or a job or whatever you were doing, you got to purchase, if you wanted to, a leavers jersey. Martin's is like ruined because he wore his on the farm a lot. His one of these is just like, he just wears it casually if he's doing painting or on the farm. So his is wrecked, but mine is really in good condition. So it says 06 on the back, so that was the year we left, was 2006. And you got to put your nickname at the top, and my nickname was Dory. If you would like to hazard a guess at why my nickname was Dory, put it in the comments below. But that's what I was known as at high school, Dory. This was the mask that I wore to that sixth form masquerade ball where I first kind of laid eyes on Martin. This is a hospital band for something that I've got no idea what was wrong with me. Engagement invites. It was nothing particularly fancy, and we were only 19. You know, we're only spring chickens, so a lot of our wedding, even though it was lovely, but like our wedding and our engagement party weren't anything super fancy, which is fine because it doesn't bother me. Menu from our wedding, what did we have? Salad, meals, hot roast beef, carved ham, Thai chicken curry, prawn fish. That actually sounds really good. Bread rolls, hot potatoes. Oh yes, who remembers this? Put in the comments below if you remember this. Hi Daddy, see you in 9 months. This is not Roman, this is not Mila Rose, and this is not Micah. This is in fact Pancake. So this is the little embryo that I got pregnant with, and unfortunately didn't make it past 6 weeks. But this is how I announced the pregnancy to Martin. There was a positive pregnancy test down here, but I've obviously pulled that out and put it somewhere. This is all the single roses that Martin had bought me throughout our time dating. He was a hopeless romantic. He just always bought me roses, and I always said, don't bother because they're only going to die and you're spending your money on it. They're going to die. And he still, to this day, still buys me flowers, even though he knows that I say the same thing. But so these are all the single roses that he bought to me over the couple of years that we dated, and then eventually we got married. Yeah, so they're all stuck on there, random stuff that we keep. This here, ah yes, Arizona, USA. There is a haunting legend about the Apache teardrop. Something to do with the tears of Apache woman. The stones bring good luck to those possessing them and ease sorrow. For the Apache maidens have shed their tears in place of yours. Apparently the stone's from there. Now, how I came to get this was New Year's many years ago, before I even met Martin, and we met some people who were from America, and they were just backpacking, and we just sat around the campfire with them. We were freedom camping at the time. Freedom camping's where you just like find a patch of grass and just camp there, and this place was huge. This was a huge freedom camping place. So there were heaps of people there, and I remember falling asleep at night and someone was just playing the flute and everything else was silent, and you could just hear the river and this flute playing, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. But anyway, so we found these Americans and they were traveling the country, lots about America from them, and they gifted me that before they went on their journey. This is an old dream catcher that I used to have above my bed when I was a kid to take away all my scary dreams. Oh, this is a congratulations on the pending addition of your family. This is the card that I was given from the lady who made my gender reveal cake for Mila Rose. We found out that Mila Rose was a little girl. Oh, and this is the envelope that had, so this is what the ultrasound tech wrote. You can see that. And put in the envelope, so I kept that. All these random little memories. Second wedding anniversary was cotton, and so this is what I gave Martin for our second wedding anniversary. The first one was paper, so we just did photos. Next one's cotton, so that's a bit of cotton there, and just I love you, thank you for being my best friend, yada yada. A Briscoes catalogue for I don't know what reason. 2007. Okay, I have a Briscoes catalogue from 2007 and I'm really not sure why. Unless it was just behind, oh, it might have just been behind a frame. Might have been behind, yeah, that's what it was. I think it was just behind this and it was in a frame. So this was happy anniversary, so this was our first wedding anniversary, which was paper. So Martin made this collage on paper. Oh, my kid's finally gone to sleep from the sound of my voice talking. The tiara I wore on my hens night. Hens night, I don't know if you're not from New Zealand, I don't know if you call it the same thing where you are, but hens night is the night where you go out with all your girlfriends and do really stupid stuff. This is a photo frame with a photo of one of my brothers in it. So this guy, little guy, was called Jordan, and he died of cot death when he was 4 months old. And that's why Roman's middle name is James Jordan. So in memory of this little dude here, who would have been, oh gosh, over 20 now. I remember we celebrated his 21st birthday a few years ago. So that's where my passport was. Oh my gosh, I've been looking for this because when we went to Rarotonga only a few months ago, I needed my old passport so that I could have my passport number, but I couldn't find my passport. That's where it was. So here is my old passport. Oh. Okay, this here has significant meaning for me. So I don't think I've ever talked to you guys about this, but many years ago, like way before I met Martin, like when I was really young, I went to like a show thing, and one of them was about abortion, I think, and was a little tag that they gave me, and it's these tiny little feet, and it says the exact size and shape of a 10-week unborn baby's feet. And I don't know, it just resonated with me, and I just kept it my entire life. So you can see that's my pinky. You can see these tiny little feet. And it says, some people think that my life began at birth, but my life journey started long before birth. I've never forgotten that, and I've kept that for a very long time. And I often used to look at these too when I was going through infertility and just staring at these tiny little feet that I was hoping that one day I'd get to have. Zeal 2006, that was the name of my youth group. I must have done something to get that, I don't know what. I think this was off my cell phone way back in like when I was like I don't know, 14 or 15 maybe. When I was a kid, so when I was about 8 or 9, I had a fairy collection. So I just had a table in my room and it just had lots of fairies, and all my birthdays and Christmases people would buy me fairy stuff. This is obviously one of the ones that I kept. I should really have this out on display in Mila's room, but I can imagine it would just get broken and I'd be devastated. These must have been the first ones I took when I got pregnant with Pancake. Can you see the second line on there? It's hard to see, but there is a second line on there. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. Little moo cows, because they were the decorations on our wedding cake. Look, this one even has a little veil. And this one a little bow tie. So they were on our wedding cake. That's why I kept those. This here, oh my goodness. So this is a, oh, her shoes come off. This is a porcelain doll. Oh, and now we're here. Oh my god. This is a porcelain doll that my nana bought me many years ago when I was probably about 5, I'm going to say. So this is about 26 or so years old. And it was a beautiful doll. Apparently it was a very, very expensive doll. You can see she's got, I should really try and get her prettied up again. Mila Rose would love this doll, and again she'd probably wreck it, but Mila Rose does ballet. She loves ballet, and that's obviously what this little doll's doing. A little fairy daffodil, not daffodil, what do you call that? Oh no, a flower, some sort of fairy flower. I don't even know what that is. So these, I don't really know what they are, but I just remember that they were my great grandmother's. It comes with, if you can read this, I don't know if it's Japanese, Chinese, Korean, I don't know if you can read this, or is it that way? I don't know what way up this is meant to go. So it's either that way or that way. If you can tell me what that says, that'd be awesome. But they just came in these little, I don't know, this is a weird fabric. I can't even explain what that is. And there's a pouch there, and then in this pouch it has, oh, that's in English, that bit. The feeling of well-known Japanese paper wagami and the grace of the famous dyeing Kyoto's yuzu. So I don't know how old this is, but it's at least 25 years old, because I remember I was a very small child when I got these from my grandmother. And the other ones, but this is what they all look like. One Halloween there was a fair on at a school, one of the schools in my town, and this was sold there. And I remember my Nana Pat buying it for me. It's like the solar system painted on with sparkly. This is very old, like very old random memory stuff. There you go, that was stuck with a bit of paint on the back. I think I might have even worn it one Halloween. This is also very old. I'd go to say that this is probably 30 years old, this one. I think it was my mum that got me this. So that was on my door when I was a child, and I had it on my door for many, many years. Casualty. Oh yes, the fairies. Cute little fairies that people had bought me as a child. Oh, here's some 90s stuff. Here's some 90s stuff. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this stuff. I'm gonna have to take this stuff out and instead of my memory box, put it in my 90s box. But this is one of the original 90s trolls. Like, how crazy is that? The other thing that needs to go in my 90s collection, oh my gosh, totally forgot I had this. My first diary. I remember getting this for Christmas way back in, I don't know when. Obviously no battery, I just thought I'd try it anyway, but that's what it looked like. Look at that. Now the kids all have cell phones these days. Man, I wonder, my kids would probably love this if I put like batteries in it. I wonder if it would still go. You put like cell phone back then, not cell phones, you'd put your friends' phone numbers in, their birthdays, things to do, matchmaker, fortune teller. Okay, you guys, if you, oh, we're a bit blurry, sorry. If you guys go and watch my 90s video that I'm going to make my 90s video. I've decided I'm going to do my 90s collection video. If you watch that, I will get batteries and we'll turn this bad boy on and we will do the matchmaker. We'll see if me and Martin, how many percentage we're actually matched. A towel. Oh, see, some of the stuff I look at it and I'm like, I want to get this out for Mila Rose, but it'll get wrecked. A fairy towel. This stuff is dusty. Damn. A doll. I think I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Now I'm getting down to the very bottom of this box. This is stuff that I completely forgotten about. This doll. Oh man, when did I think it might have been maybe my 13th birthday. A friend bought this for me. There's a whole lot of like random, oh my gosh, my old school photos. Another fairy thing, an Australian Bush Fairies address book. Who have we got in here? Let's see if there's anyone I can remember. And another mermaid. Another this. Oh, this was from my great grandmother as well. Also broken, unfortunately. A ballerina, and it is Dresden art, made in Western Germany. I know all you people who know if things are worth things or not. What do you think? Is this old and expensive or is it cheap and cruddy? There you go, that's what she looked like. Pretty ballerina. Ah, a photo of my mum on her wedding day. Look how young she looks. So if I was 7 when she got married, that means she would have been 27. So there we go. Let's see if we can see her and not my camera. That was my mum on her wedding day, 27 years old. She's divorced from that person, but my brother and sister are from her and that marriage. Is now being looked after in a rest home, but that's a whole nother probably life update that I need to give. So my mum's only 50, what am I? I'm 31, so she's 51 and she's in a rest home already, which is very sad, but like I said, that's another update. Wow. Wow. Oh, I remember this photo being on mum's wall. So how early 90s is this picture though? Like seriously. Oh my gosh, look at the hair. Like I remember this photo being taken, and I remember before that my mum like getting me my white shirt and she did the whole fluffing up and teasing the fringe because that was the cool thing to do in the early 90s. I mean, I look about 3, maybe 4 in that picture. A random keychain that says Nicole, meaning victory of the people, and it is of French origin. A little box, again with a fairy. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in here. And there is not. What a shame. It would have been great if I found something. But there's that. A Lord of the Rings calendar from 2004. So because this is right down the very bottom of the box, I'm going to say that 2004 was probably the last time I looked at this box. Because if this is right down the bottom, I would have packed it all in there. Ah, this frame. Oh, it's falling apart. It's falling apart. So these were like the cool things to have in the 90s on your wall. So and you sent it away and they sent it back like this in a frame. And I'm not going to read it out for time's sake, but if you would like to read it, feel free to pause and read what it says. Okay, we have old letters. Oh man, that's very old. These letters are from when my friend went and moved to Japan when I was a kid. A letter from my granddad, who passed away many years ago now. Another letter from when 1999, what these letters were from. This to mum, as in me. Yeah, this would have been me drawing this. A letter that I wrote to my mum. How cute is that drawing? And a rainbow. I think that's meant to say to mum, one day will you take me to the pools perhaps. Is that what that says? To Mum, take me to the pools. It's weird looking at this stuff because now this is the stuff I'm receiving from my kids. I love you, Mum and Damon. So that was my stepdad when they were married. Very cute. I'm one of the ones holding the ball. There you go. There's me when I played netball. Gosh, I haven't played netball since. And do you know what's funny? Some of the faces in this photo I then found again when I went to high school. So in this photo I'm about 6. And then I found some of these people again when I was at high school. Okay, there's only 3 items left in here. One of them is my health and development record book, which is now just called Plunket Book. So Plunket's an organisation that comes and visits you for the first 6 weeks after you have a baby and like just checks on them and checks on you. And now my sister is calling me. Excuse me for one moment. Alright, back again. This video has taken a very long time to do. Okay, so my sister called, but off the phone now. So I can't remember what I said about Plunket, but this is my Plunket book. So it's got everything written in here about my weight, my height, and how I'm doing, and my vaccinations, and when they were given. Then we've got here, oh that's right, so this is actually, and it's in my memory box, but it's actually not mine. But this is my Nana's book. 16th of the 5th, 1941. Janice Kissel, date of birth 18th of November 1940, weight at birth 6 pound 10 ounces, I think they might be saying. So look at all of this. So this is a very old New Zealand Plunket book here. This is how it first started out. Crazy. And there's one last thing in here, and it is a tape, and I've got there is nothing written on here to say what it is. Show this video in this part to your kids, even though I'm all blurry right now, and ask them, what is this? What do you think this is? I should ask my kids and see what they think this is. They would have no idea. But I am curious to know. I wonder how I'd find out what's on here, because I don't have a VCR, so I don't even know. Like, can I pull the tape out and like look at it like you look at a, you know, a photo through the film? I don't know. I don't know how to find that out, but I'd be fascinated to know what's on this. No idea. Look, there's absolutely nothing written on it, but it's a tape. Let me know how I would find out what's on this. Would I have to break it open and look at it? I don't know. Alright you guys, thank you for watching this video of my memory box with a lot of random stuff that I don't know why I put it in there. So if you're going to do a memory box for your kids, so I'm going to do this even with my kids, write down why you put things in the memory box, because 31 years on you'll be like, what is this and why is this in here? Because there is stuff down here that I'm not quite sure why it's in the memory box. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I will be doing my 90s collection, so I'll try and get that filmed at some point and get that diary working. But thanks for watching you guys. Hopefully I'll try and get some videos out. Life's just pretty dull and boring, to be honest, at the moment. That's why I've been making videos, because there's nothing to vlog about. I'm not trying to get pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'm not breastfeeding. My kids are all grown up. Mike is 2.5 now. Like, I don't know. I have to start weekly vlogs again, I think, because I feel like I'm out of touch right now. Don't really do much at all. Anyway, well, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you on my next vlog, whenever that is. See ya.